So you can start by telling me your name, your age, and where you're from.
Ek is Rowena Hansen, met 'n E. And then my age is 17 and my school is Western.
I'm Shanique Wedboy.
My name is Alvaro Lee Kearns.
Well, my name is Amahle.
Angelo Julius.
My name is Eden Engelbrecht.
I'm Tamron Hope. I'm 17 and I go to Hoërskool Veldrif.
The Industrial Development Zone is a specially demarcated area. It's an industrial estate that's within a government program called the Special Economic Zones. And so we are the operator of that industrial estate. And by being part of the Special Economic Zone program from the national government, we confer special benefits and incentives to investors that then come into the zone. So we're the operator of the zone. We attract investment into the country through the zone. And in doing so, aim to industrialize the South African economy and create jobs and economic growth.
What are some of the challenges that you've noticed in your community in Vredenburg?
Alcohol abuse. It's quite a problem because learners are drinking and our people in our community are drinking, they start drinking at a young age.
I would say the amount of people without jobs.
A person is senselessly out on the streets doing nothing because they don't have anything to do.
The community a lot because they don't, like, how can I explain it now? They are not the example for the small children, for their siblings.
My father was an alcoholist. That can be or abusive parent, something like that. Or maybe one of the parents not being there, being absent in their lives. Some of that issues.
Are those common issues, do you think?
I feel it's common issues, especially here. There's a lot of absent parents or abusive parents.
Schools are among the only spaces of positive social reproduction left, where the student population can be reached in order to disrupt the status quo and reimagine possible futures where they can be active participants in shaping their reality, instead of inheriting one of further displacement. Saldanha Bay is made up of many complex and interconnected communities that face many intersectional challenges depending on their historical experience. It's a name inherited from a Portuguese settler, Antonio de Saldanha, in the early 1500s. And Saldanha Bay and its broader vicinity has been a site of displacement, dispossession, disenfranchisement, and disconnection for over 500 years.
Every Saturday, there is people murdered, girls even raped. It's the drug deal because they have money, so they have the power. The police can do nothing. It's like facing a horror movie because like the leaders in Lengal is not doing their jobs.
Yo, it's a nice community, but we have a lot of struggles. Yeah, I would say it's poverty. We are poor. We don't have money.
There's an enormous project underway at the moment, focused on the Saldanha area, which is meant to attempt to rejuvenate the economic life, not only of the West Coast, but of the province and the country as a whole. And this is a project which pivots around the fulcrum of the establishment of a special economic zone at Saldanha. What's important for us, of course, is that this kind of ambition, as it's articulated not alone in this country but across the world by all sorts of postmodern capitalists, needs, of course, to find good traction with a determination to also develop the human resource within that area, because without the one, in the view of our principles at the FreePort Saldanha, the other is not possible.
I think when it comes to the high schoolers and the learners that have been part of our program thus far, I think right now it sits outside of their daily lives. And I think that's the challenge and the opportunity. Through this program, it's important then, and the programs that we wish to foster going ahead, it's important then to understand what mechanism is it that we could have that introduces the FreePort into their thinking, into the way that they think about themselves, their agency, and their future then.
As we move toward establishing a maritime corridor within an ecosystem so rife with the product of sustained inequity and inequality, it becomes clear why the scale of intervention is essential. In the age of an emerging green economy, we need to think about the current realities of the people who make up Saldanha and place their agency and access at the forefront of the intended development for the first time in over 500 years.
I'm Benedicta Durkin, and I'm the executive for the Ease of Doing Business at the FreePort Saldanha Industrial Development Zone.
Why is it such an important location for green hydrogen? Why is Saldanha that place?
It's actually very interesting that there's natural advantages that exist in the region which the market has seen. So Saldanha Bay has the deepest natural harbour in Southern Hemisphere, in the port of Saldanha Bay, and we are designated in the port. So we're the first special economic zones to be designated within a port, and hence our free port, and that gives you access into that logistics with regards to the port. But it is also connectivity by both land, sea, rail and road out into the region and the rest of the country, which is very advantageous for such mega projects. There's inherent natural abilities with regards to renewable energy, the electrolyzer, so the actual components and value chain of producing green hydrogen has been identified as being really feasible in this region.
What I want to leave behind, or what I want to just see, like the change I want to see, is I think young people doing the most.
To encourage the others, those who want to be encouraged, to encourage them to focus on positive things, to continue on what they want to do, not to fall back and do the same as the others, not to focus on what the others do, but to focus on what they want to do.
I really want to work in Saldanha Bay, not only to make the parents proud, but to achieve something bigger that I've not achieved before.
When the children, us get together, we feel that we have support, we have people that actually listens. En as 'n mens rondom, as ons rondom mekaar is, dan voel ons gehoor, ons voel nie alleen nie. Ons voel dat iemand gee actually om. So ek voel dat die IDZ het 'n baie groot impak as dit kom by hoe ons voel as 'n bedryf kom.
Be the light in someone's life.
I want my surname to be known.
It's such an important partnership because what we're doing is about changing the economic landscape, the very fabric of the economy. And so if you think about it that way, that's a long-term project, that's a long-term process. And so education, people, citizens that will be employed through or by the IDZ, it's so fundamental in establishing that journey and that potential to prosper.